Hi, I'm Ed and this is Sven, and we're in the Czechs, and we've just made a new record called Alice by the Moon, which is coming out on June the 8th.
Which is the day after my birthday, June the 7th. I tried to get it released then, but it's a Sunday, so these people wouldn't do it for me. We recorded our record at the lab over the course of about 2.5 weeks, and it was produced all by ourselves and engineered by Joel Mulholland, who did a great job. And I think what he brought to it is the fact that sometimes he kind of didn't pay attention and kept the tape rolling, and so we ended up getting
that being his greatest attribute.
Yeah, I hope you see this.
No, Joel was pretty amazing. Quite drunk a lot of the time, which was awesome.
Made us feel better.
And no, it was a lot of fun those 2 weeks.
And so, you know, you have to kind of look for it, I suppose, but if you want to find out, that's where it is.
And who's Alice?
Alice is it's kind of more like it's a bit of an ethereal one, because it's more like an image that's felt really nice in my head. You know, you imagine it's like a colonial, like the daughter of a colonial person in India. So like, you know, like say British India, a colonel's daughter. Yeah. I wrote one of the songs, I started writing it in a toilet in Dublin. It's probably the most interesting place where I wrote a song called Wait in the Summer. And I think we were at Soundcheck, and I just, as opposed to, usually I would start off writing like riffs or just big guitar type things. But this record I fell in love with the idea of writing melodies. So I wrote this one in the toilet, and then Callum and I finished it back at our flat. Yeah.
Well, I hope it's not shit then.
Yeah, it stinks.
No, but seriously, like I do sort of feel that listening to the record, that you guys are trying a lot of different things with this album.
Yep. Well, I got to play a 12-string electric guitar, which was awesome since I know 3 chords.
Yeah.
And we tuned it up. This is on the track called The Godbirds, and we got some massive amp and a huge distortion pedal and a 12-string. It looked like Prince's guitar, and I got to play it, and it created this huge wall of sound, which is definitely something that we've never been there before, and so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've never ever seen anyone play it with quite as much gusto on the guitar, ever. Some other ones kind of came about as like big boggy things that we made at home, you know, like Ed and I would make in the bedroom. Like, I'd come up with like big kind of grooves, like soundscapes sort of things, or I don't know what you call them, but just big series of heavy riffs. And then Ed would come across with like something like a really folky melody, and we essentially like put together what that's I think one of the sounds on the record is a combination of me making big dense riffs, big like drones almost, and then Ed come with these like folky, beautiful harmony type things.
Lots of sort of early American Irish folk sort of melodies, like Any Man Here Will Run You In, and the chorus in Bagheera is sort of in that zone as well. And there's probably another one. So that was a strange influence. I just sort of started writing stuff like that, and it sort of stuck somehow. And that theme is definitely present in the album at the end of the day.
Before we left New Zealand, you know, there was a hell of a lot of stuff said about us, and we had lots of great press, which is both good and bad, because, you know, people build up expectations and they think about it, and you know, they kind of try to put a pressure on you or something. But I think in essence, without them saying that, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to England. But once we got to England, it was more like that's when we actually earned our stripes. We played like 108 shows in a year, through the back end of Northern Ireland, you know, style, through Berlin and stuff, and that's, I think, how we learned to actually play together.
Yeah, and also when we got there, England wasn't interested in rock music anymore. That's one of the main things. I felt like we were one of the best live bands playing over there in the city. But just the scene that had brought us over there had now turned into like they weren't interested in rock music, so
They wanted to hear that keyboard beat the whole time, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Which is another good thing about us going there, is that we'd listen to a whole lot of stuff that I wouldn't have dreamed of listening to out here, because we're forced to be out and about, you know. So you hear all sorts of different songs, and what you feel, you learn what you feel makes people actually move their feet. As opposed to here, it's like you can't quite get that same exposure of the mass dance floor phenomenon.
But no, we're just happy doing our thing, and we're gonna go back and keep playing rock music, you know. So we're very happy doing what we're doing.
Yeah, see, in essence, we have as much control as we can over what you write, but what you write, probably, you know, like, you're a bit more of a whore to that than you are what you can actually.
Hi, we're the Chicks, and you've been watching Cheese on Toast TV. Thanks for watching, and go check out our new album, Alice by the Moon, coming out June the 8th. Peace.